So thank you all for your time today. Now I'm going to pass it off to these guys. The first question I'm going to ask you guys as you pass the mic down to the end is, tell me a little bit about yourself. Tell me about the origin story of your company. Why did you start building what you're building?
Hey everyone, Will Sutton from Boston here. I lead product and strategy at Lightning Bounties. We actually got started kind of on a bounty ourselves at a hackathon in 2024 at MIT. We had met at the previous hackathon and we were building kind of a Sats for ChatGPT or images product. And we decided to give it one more go this year. Came back with this idea of building an automation payment system on top of GitHub for open source developers. And so we came in and we had a great success and we're able to win the prize. From there, Enrique, who's with us today, was like, hey, we got to do more with this. We got to make it a full company, build out that product. And so that's what we've been doing for the past 6-9 months.
Yeah, fantastic. So I'm Keith, and gosh, background for Branta. So we're going to be sharing a lot what we're doing today, but the origin is that I used to work at Bloomberg for about 7 years, and eventually the complexity just got to me of fiat, and I said, what's going on with this fiat thing? Something's up. So then I was asked to come back to New York City and be in the office in Bloomberg after some COVID shenanigans, and at that point I said, let me just jump into the fire, start Branta, and I really saw store of value being kind of cemented and solidified, and so I said, let me look at medium of exchange and see what needs are there for businesses. And I found there was a lot of open lanes, and I'll leave it there for now.
All right, I'm Christian, founder of Shopstr, which is a Bitcoin marketplace built on Nostr. And really, a lot of the stuff that originated for the idea of Shopstr came from, so I attended actually Ross Ulbricht's university. So he's the most famous person from our school. Like, it's a very small school, and he was like what everyone always knew from our university. And like having discovered Bitcoin while I was an intern at Jpy Chase as a software engineer, and I remember hearing Jamie Dimon like shit on Bitcoin, and I was like, this is something that looks awesome to look into because I fucking hate working at Jpy Chase. And so as I started getting into it, and I started like realizing like how powerful it could possibly be, and then obviously like got into it, and like it was a bit of a journey trying to find a way to be able to contribute to Bitcoin, because obviously it's a little bit daunting coming in from just like graduating from college. I didn't really have too much development experience, especially in the industry, and obviously the Bitcoin core developers are a different breed, as well as L&D developers and all these people. So as I didn't know exactly where to enter, and once Jack sort of tweeted about Damus, one of the original iOS Nostr applications, that's when I got into Nostr, and I realized how simple and powerful this could be. And at the moment, it was really only being used for social media. And today, you can probably still argue it's the primary use case. But I like to see Nostr as more of a way, like more of like a base layer infrastructure for developing applications, more so than like social media protocol. And the power that it provides is allowing you to control your identity and allow for people to send money permissionlessly, like tied in with Bitcoin. And it's just like, wow, this is a beautiful synergy that can really help spread the growth of Bitcoin usage. And like, I really come to Nostr more so as like wanting to be able to spread the usage of Bitcoin as money. Because like I was also seeing that like the only way that I could really use Bitcoin was like buying gift cards or like doing stuff like that, sending, and like still interacting like traditionally with the fiat system. And I wanted to build a completely parallel and separate environment where you could just like earn money on Nostr for like shit posting, and then literally take that money and buy something with it. And it's like, wow, like I could literally earn and spend entirely natively in an entirely separate system without ever having to interact with the traditional fiat system. Like it's a completely separate existing subset of our world. And that's like really like building out from Bitcoin rather than building into Bitcoin. And yeah, that's a little bit about that.
Hello, I'm Oliver. I'm the founder and CEO of Jippi, and so I'm from the UK, obviously it sounds like I am. I moved here because of all of the COVID shenanigans in 2020 to escape London and the stuff going on there. But so my background is I'm a software engineer. I've been in the space for 6 years, previously worked at Swan Bitcoin as a mobile engineer, and I was tasked with trying to bring more gamification to Swan. So if you are on the price chart on the mobile app and you hold the 5-year button for 3 or 4 seconds, you'll see the roller coaster guy. So that was me. Little magic tweaks like that is my forte. But I really wanted to bring more to Swan, bring a lot more gamification and engaging tools to onboard the next generation of Bitcoiners, which is what Swan's all about. But they didn't really take any of my recommendations to heart, so I decided, you know what, I'm going to build it myself. And that's really what Jippi is. It started as a hobby project in 22. We've been going for a couple of years now. And our goal is to onboard the next generation of Bitcoiners through gamification. So I'm really excited about that. We're going to be sharing a lot today, our first AR game. So it's just been such a journey, and we're all in the right place here to be doing some magic work. So thanks everyone for doing great things in the space.
What's up? My name's Chad. I'm a developer based in Atlanta. I work out of the Atlanta PlebLab. Yeah, I've been building SatsGG, and there's a lot of reasons why I ended up building it. But one of the major ones is that a couple years ago, I was trying to watch a mountain bike race that was held in the United States, and they wouldn't let US viewers watch the race online. So that really pissed me off, and I started thinking about, how can things end up like this, and what are all the problems, and how is the video streaming space, like, how does it even work? And yeah, eventually decided to build SatsGG.
Back up we go. Pass the parcel.
All right, so I also want to mention, I think what PlebLab is doing is really incredible in terms of the community they've been building. And when Carr approached me about working together on Top Builder, that was probably one of the easiest yeses of my life. It was so tailor-made for us to work together. I think we are very like-minded in our goals and our mission, and we see the world in much the same way, like the people in this room. And I would like to hear now from the builders in this space, what has been your experience in Top Builder? What are some lessons you've taken away, and how has it helped you grow as a founder?
Yeah, I mean, huge shout out to Carr. He fights for us all the time. And I think one of the great parts of Top Builder for us, and probably for a lot of people, is just a kick in the ass. We went to a hackathon here a couple days ago, and I think what you're getting out of any of these experiences is those artificial deadlines to get stuff done. It's so easy as a builder to put things on the backlog, put things on your notes, and not see them materialize for your customers, for your partners. And so this program has really been about making progress each week, meeting people that are working on similar concepts, and cutting yourself off too from taking on too much and figuring out what you can deliver the next week by the end of the program. And I'm really proud of what we've done and what everyone up here has done as well.
Yeah, nice. Let me be contradictory here. So I know Bitcoin's decentralized, but I think PlebLab shows that centralization can be a beautiful thing when a bunch of people come together, get in a room, and win.
I think generally it's also been, again, the artificial deadline stuff has really helped, just keep you on track. And actually, interestingly, because I'm pretty much just a solo founder working on this stuff myself, I'm the primary developer, primary marketer, whatever, customer support, everything. So I actually take majority of the time I'm actually building product and trying to make sure everything's up to par and everything. And I actually use Top Builder as an opportunity to kind of reevaluate exactly where we are standing, how to actually grow things, look a bit more of a growth lens, and being able to step aside from being just a pure developer and trying to fill out support tickets and improve the product itself. So it's just it's a nice way to just reevaluate exactly where I am and the things to do and how to actually further the development of it and the reach that it can actually the people that it can reach and the help that it can provide.
I have more of a macro take, I guess. for the competition. So our demographic is Gen Z, so it's the younger folks who we are aiming to onboard to Bitcoin over the coming years. And we did an experiment for Top Builder to try and get boots on the ground in the streets in Austin, specifically on UT campus, to try and onboard some new folks to Bitcoin. And what's really interesting now is they were pretty abrasive. We were talking about it in the lab yesterday, and it was just an interesting take to see how the liberals, the young liberals specifically, have been radicalized against Bitcoin. And this cycle, it feels like it's more politicized. So Bitcoin has been lumped in with right-wing bullshit, unfortunately, or at least it's viewed as right-wing bullshit, which is a big shame because obviously Bitcoin is apolitical. So it's being lumped in with Elon Musk, where you've got liberals trying to destroy Tesla chargers, and now you have liberals with strong views against Bitcoin. So for us, I think our biggest objective this year is to try and figure out how to break into this demographic, considering all of the propaganda and the anti-Bitcoin sentiment for that generation.
Yeah, for me, it was probably, 3 months just goes by really fast. I too, I'm a developer, solo, and you have 3 months to build something great, but you also have to do all of the other things that I don't normally do as a developer. And yeah, 3 months goes by fast, and it was crazy.
All right, guys. I think these guys are all just waiting to present what they want to present. And I think you guys are all waiting to hear it. So, I just want to say one more time, thank you to PlebLab, Par, and Marisa. Can I get a round of applause for them? And if you'd like to learn more about Timestamp, you can visit timestampfinancial.com. It's free to sign up, explore investment opportunities there, including some of the people you see around the room here today. So thank you all very much, and we'll get to the competition.